these are one of the films I'll say it was done quite seriously.
The editor did a good job.
He's a guy who has his own style of doing things.
It wasn't a very technical script, so I wouldn't say I had a hard time editing.
The first day was kind of not so good because our main character came late on set.
We were almost doing nothing the most part of the day until after midday.
It was really annoying. At that point I considered not working with him anywhere else.
Even though he came late into the set, and the suggestions that were going around the set was that we should really change this guy. We should really change this guy and just give this role to another guy, because the guy was almost 2 hours late on the set. The call time was at 8, but he showed up at almost 10:30, 11. And okay, naturally the production will be pissed, and nobody likes latecomers at all, and working with latecomers, considering everybody was there 30 minutes to the call time. But at the end of the day, I really thought, we should learn how to give chance to people who we already have given chance. So this was a second chance for Joe Black to really show that he can improve. And true to the word, the next day, because we're shooting this in 2 days, the next day he was there early, well enough, 1 hour early. In fact, it was the production manager, myself, the driver, and one of the producers who were late.
Even though I came late on the very first day with all the pressure, I loved the way the entire crew handled the situation. And we had a conversation, and he expressed his regret, and I'm sure that he is not going to be on another set late, because he happened to be the first one of the set the next day.
When the film came out, a lot of guys were giving in positive responses. A lot of guys were really applauding us, the production group, the producers, and everybody else. But there were a few questions, there were a few complaints here and there.
In terms of what I believe as a director, I wasn't so sure if I was comfortable with the fact that the director was still the same person as the DOP.
Unless you are Tyler Perry. Yeah, but it's boring. When doing art, you'll find that there are people who do, like when you go to fine art, a person who does charcoal art. Personally, I do charcoal art. I wouldn't do anything. You give me a piece of art to paint, I wouldn't paint because I can't manage it. But when you come to film, there's this art like you want to break the industry. So you find that they want, when the credits roll, what you see, production designer, clean all, director, clean all. It's boring. You can't be creative in more than 3 films.
In film, you must have an edge. If you don't have an edge, you'll just be another filmmaker who nobody wants.
The potential of it being even more awesome would be if the director and the DOP were different people. But I don't know.
If you're comfortable with you yourself putting down the camera and just being the director, sitting on set, looking glamorous, calling the shots and everything, I'm not that type of person. I like to work. I like my shots taken the way I want them. And if I don't trust you enough to take the shots for me, I'll just be there myself, and I'll take the shots and I'll take them to my editor, and he'll edit them, and our work will be complete.
Well, I think that will be it for now. I'm sorry we focused so much on your condition, but we needed to know how you react to such scrutiny.
I understand.
Okay, when we shot the film, the DOP called me and told me, "Madam, we have a problem." And I was like, "What? Another money?" So he told me the sound was not okay, and I was frightened.
Yeah, the director went with the editor and they checked the footage. Then they called and we were told there's a problem with the sound. So now you're thinking of redoing the whole thing, and you're like, wow.
Because I didn't know what to do. The film is over, so what can we do? So he was proposing we can redo them as voiceovers, or we can call a sound engineer. So after our discussion, they settled for the sound engineer, and I was really waiting to see how this was pulled out.
It happens all the production, so I don't regret that, and I know it gave me an opportunity to also see my weaknesses, see the weaknesses of the producers, see the weaknesses of the cast and the crew.
I think it's just a learning step, and from here we're projecting to discover the just going to work.
A Kenyan film find itself in an international platform is a plus for us.
Film is business, film is money.
If you ask me, Lupita is just a tip of the iceberg.
If your production is very professional, it shows. When you watch the film, you'll be able to see that really there is something different about this film.